So friends, everyone, see my screen, right? Hmm.
Yes, sir.
So today's session it is a very important for developer. They working in live project. So sometimes we working in live project and inserting a record, multiple record in a single button click. So today we will learn how does work async and await in JavaScript and LWC, and how to insert multiple record in single button. So to insert multiple record in single button click, we will use database.insert. So that means we are inserting a bulk record, multiple record in single button. So today class it is very important because we will learn multiple things. First we will learn how to create a component and how to create two sections in the component. In the first section there is a account details. So in the account there are two type input field, name and phone. In second section, we are creating contact detail. So in the contact detail, there are three box. That means one box created one record, second box it is a created second record, and third one it is a created three records. So once click on the button, this button for common for every record. So whenever click on this button, first I will create a record of account. Then I will get a newly created record ID of account and pass inside the contact. So we will be create a account along with list of the contact, and newly created contact will assign automatically to the account. So it all of the contact will link to the account. So this scenario will cover through the database.insert, and here I will use async and await because in the native web component, async and await, they are JavaScript keyword used to handle asynchronous operation such as a imperative apex class, server request etc. So it's allow try and catch block for error handling with async and await in LWC. So why using async and async? So why you are using async and await in JavaScript because it's allow you to handle the error in JavaScript. Similarly, if you're creating a business controller where you are creating try and catch, same things if you're using a async and await, it allow to write a try and catch to handle error. It will run background so that it will its performance are very fast. So today's session it is really very important. So everyone got the scenario for the day.
Yes. So basically, we
Mm-hmm.
filling the account details and along with that, we are filling the contact details, right?
Right, right.
And then on click on it, what will happen then?
Mm-hmm. Once click on the button, we will be insert a record of account along with the three of the contact and
Oh,
newly
inside the
yes. So we are creating once click on the button, first we will create a account and there are three contact we also created, and all of the newly created account will automatically align to the contact. So there are four record created in the single button. First record created in the account, and third one, and three account created for the contact. So if you inserting a multiple record on the single button link, you use database.insert. Uh,
okay, okay.
okay, and here also we'll use async and await because this is a latest standard version of the JavaScript. So now let me go on Visual Studio Code without further delay. So this is my HTML file. Let me close this one. So this is a file that opening for last session we cover how to create a form and how to fetch the list of the pick list value through the Lightning combo box. This is my previous component. Let me close one. This is a Apex class controller. So today I will create new component. Let me create first Control Shift P, create Lightning component, JavaScript. Let me close this one. Control Shift P, create Lightning component, JavaScript, write the name of the file. So now let me put training. I putting all of the component starting from training so that I can identify easily this component created for the training purpose. So training account with contact LWC. So this is the name of the file, training account with contact LWC. So Vivek and Santosh got the today scenario
Yes, sir.
here.
Yes, sir.
And
We have
Vivek,
account with three
Yes,
contacts.
sir, I got it.
okay, got your scenario for the today. What I covering today?
We are in Vivek
Okay,
of
sure.
Santosh.
Okay, sure. So now first I creating a component. When creating a component, there are three files automatically created. HTML, JavaScript, and meta XML file. Today's scenario it is long, so that first of all, this is a meta XML file. So this is a common for each and every component. So let me copy, go to newly component, change false to true, and paste it so that I can save the time. And this file closed. Okay. And this is a Apex controller. In the last session, I created this Apex class controller. So I will use same Apex class controller. So today, first we create a component. So today, please keep alert and attentive. Be alert and attentive because this LWC component little bit advanced, little bit complex. In last session, we created only one form, but these are complex. First, we will create a section, then create another one. There are multiple forms inside the component. So I know there are so many developers. They working hard. They know Apex class controller. They know JavaScript. But whenever assign a LWC component, they not able to work LWC component. This is also another one task. Someone they are multiple experience. They are 4 or 5 year experience, but they're not able to create a component. They're not able to create a multiple form in a single component. So this is another one task. This is a complex task in this for the day. So learn how I create a component, how I create multiple form in a single component. Lightning card. So here I can put title, create create account with three contact.
Create account
With three
contacts.
contacts. Okay, this is a title. So now first let me give a div and putting a padding class. If you know how to create a component, how to create a multiple form, if you know this form creation, then your confidence level will be boosted. It is also an important task. SLSP around medium. Medium, that means it will give a space inside the container. Base drive. All of the class, that is a predefined of the Salesforce Lighting Design System. If you putting any typo mistake, it will not work. It will predefine all of the classes in the lighting design system. So first, let me create a H2 heading strong account detail. If you want to put a red color, so use style color red. Now deep class SLDS call SLDS size 6 of it will divided 50-50%. It will divide into two column if you using a 6 of 12. Lightning input label name equal to ACC name. This is the name of the input field and pass on chain function to get the current value of the input field. Enter chain. So this is the first input field. Now let me copy this one and paste. So if you want to give the space between two input field, here use SLDS P horizontal medium SLDS
P
M
around medium also we can move, right?
bottom. And today's scenario it is a very long and difficult and complex. So first I will finish the scenario. At the end of the session, I will review once again. If any doubt, any question, I will cover. So this is a class. There are two input field. Now let me first upon save and deploy the code and calling onto the custom application page. My code has been deployed successfully. Refresh the page. Edit. My file name is training account with contact. This one, training account with contact. Simply copy, select and drag and drop here. My form not display code. There are two input field. Name, let's suppose name and phone. If you want to create another one field, simply copy and paste. You can create multiple input field. So for the learning purpose here, I am creating only two input field. Cut from here. Paste here. Now it's looking good. Now let me create another one form for the contact detail. So this is a for account, and this is a, let me copy this. This is a, this D will common. This is a wrapper. Here space, give a space, BR, and paste here. Change the name. This for contact detail. Okay, and here I will use this one. Copy. This is a wrapper. This is a 6 of 12. Delete one. Use 12 of 12. Delete. Okay. And here get another one D. Use class same. And this time I will change 4 of 12. Here I put the input field inside the div, and this detail for the contact. So label will first name, C1. Let me create C1 first. That means first name. And I am putting same function to get the current input field value. Now let me copy, paste for the second. This is first, this is last name, C1 dot last. So keep in mind name will be unique so that we can get the value based on the target of the name. Each and every input field name should be unique. Last. Then copy. Currently I am working which row? I am working on this row. This. Get email. Email. Now let me save and check the display. Okay. Yes. So this is a account detail. This is a contact detail. And here you can put contact one. This is a wrapper. You can use remove the styles. Contact one. Okay. Let me check display good or not. Yes. Let me give a space here. we are not no, it's good. So if you want to put a space alignment, so similarly use this space. Class equal to, you can use large. SLDS M bottom medium. Not very good. Okay. So first account form has been completed. Now this is a wrapper. Where is wrapper? This is a wrapper. This is a 12. Okay. So I need this one and this one. Actually, I am putting wrong. Give a space. Use another one to add. Class SLTS. Same SLTS grid. Where is grid? This one. Then use div and use this class. See the code moment. Horizontal. This is 12. This is a 4. Mhm. Well, full row. ठीक है. Copy inside this. This tip close here. So not use here. You can use cut here. SLDS here. Bottom medium. Paste 3 times. An input will be for last name. This for email. Remove this one. Okay. This is a div closing here, starting from here. And inside this div, I getting 3 input field for the contact, first name, last name, and email. Now let me save and deploy the code. How it look good. Yeah, it's looking good. Now, similarly, C1, 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 that means this is a row 1. Similarly, if I copy this div and paste below this div, and this here I will change 2 because it will unique each and every input field. Label will same, first name, last name, email, but name will change. Now copy this div for the third one, and this time I am changing 3, 3, 3. That means this I am putting name, this one for C1, this one for C2, and this one for C3. Similarly, I am putting a title of the form. This is a contact 2. This is a cut from here, paste here. Similarly, copy this one for where I am putting this letter after this column. After this column, here I will put this is a contact for 2, and here this is a contact for 3. I put in the title for each and every form of contact. Now save the file and reply to code. My page not refresh. Display around. I created 3 contact, but display in vertical. Let me check why display vertical. Hmm. Inside this 12, where is 12? This one. Okay. So this one, where is 12? Here. So this is a SLDS column size 12. This is a closing tag. So give a space extra so that I can identify. And here we use another one, right? Class SLDS with SLDS, right? And this div close here. Then I give a space here. Here. Okay. Now save, deploy to code. Refresh once again. My component node visual. Why not displaying? I think my content not reflecting.
Sir, I think divs were missing.
My content not reflect. Okay, this one.
12
So
of 12.
I put this. This is 12, but I put a grid, not reflecting my changes. My changes not reflecting.
No, refresh again. You have deployed it, right?
Once you deploy once again, my changes not reflecting. Enter successfully. Below this div, I added another one div. This. If the changes reflected, that means my component refresh. Say 12, this is a port. Why not reflecting? My component not reflecting. Oh, I added the div but not reflecting here.
It's
Inside the
coming
div,
down, Vijay.
1 minute. This is a first one. This is one for second one. This is for third one. After that, I am adding a this one div. Adding.
Sir, can you put that?
Yes,
Sir, one,
Let me
sir,
close
1 minute. Can
this.
you go?
once it
Let me
Can you
close.
please go up once?
Maybe some cache cookie not updated my
No,
current.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, please, can you go to the HTML? Sir,
Yeah. Hello. Yes.
can you please go to the HTML once?
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, Salesforce.
Salesforce. You are looking Salesforce right now.
Yes,
Now I am opening VS Code. Are you opening my
yes,
VS Code?
yeah, yeah. Can you
Okay.
scroll up?
Okay, 1 minute. Sometime cache and cookie store browser not reflecting newly changes. Why not? I am putting, let's suppose, this is a right.
So there are two SLS grid and SLS wrap.
SLDS, SLDS grid,
But
SLDS right.
on the top of that, it was. I mean, after say, SLS stage 12 of 12, can you remove this?
This one, SLDS scrap, SLDS scrap.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, remove this div.
This one. 1 minute, sir, 1 minute. Let me check. Let me cross check one. This is one first one. Starting from here, close for here. This is for second one. Let me check cross. This one for third one. Okay, fine. Then this is a div for Apple. This is a 12. My structure is good, but my newly change is not reflecting on the browser. This div not reflecting. I did correct in component. Yeah. Now it is good. Now it is good right now. So I did correct, but my newly change is not reflecting on page. Now it is reflecting. So now another one is I need add a submit button. So where I need add I want to add below this div. Okay. This is a main container. Here I want to add div class SLDS text align center lightning button label submit and variant brand and on click function. On click submit action. So once click on the button, we will be insert the record. So I added a button. Yes. So friends, first task I completed. How to create multiple form in a single component. It is a little bit advanced level of the task, but now I completed first task, right? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible. All good.
Okay. So any confusion, any doubt of this component?
Sir, why it was not reflecting earlier? Like earlier it was.
Earlier, I added a wrapper div inside the in this grid, but not reflecting newly changes on my browser. So it's sometime if you putting new changes on the components, the browser has on cache and cookie, so not reflecting. It will always sometime display and again and again old data, not reflecting new data. Okay,
Okay. So we are
so
just like we
yeah.
have added all the series of fields.
So friends, first I completed the component. So as per the scenario, I created a component. Now let me work on the Apex class controller. So I will use same controller that is created in the previous lesson, previous session. This is a training LWC controller that I am using for the combo box. So I will create another one below this. This is a controller. This is a method. This method close here. I will create another one. So let me comment. Create account with three context for the identify this function created for this component. So now first of all you use same or I enable public static void name of the controller create name of the method create account with context. Okay, and here I will pass two type of the parameter account and SCC list of contact on obj list with a parameter. So similarly here I am using try and catch. So try and catch, this is exception. This is a common for each and every method. this is a node. Yeah. And try, I will insert account and contact. So first I will insert account. What are messages to add? Insert account and apply for loop for this contact. Column this one. Use list of the contact, create a new list of contact to adding the value. New and here check condition. If support string is not blank, here I am checking last name because last name is mandatory for contact creation. So con dot last name. Because here I am inserting a bulk record. So I will check if account last name not blank, then I will add newly created list of the contact to this account link. So for her link, so how to link this one con dot account name, account ID. This is a lookup. Con dot account ID equal to this is a insert of account dot ID, and I am adding in this list of the contact. Add this one. So before inserting record here, I am checking last name not so blank. Okay, after this for loop, so I added the newly record inside this list of the contact. So here I will use if this list of the contact not blank, not empty. Then here I apply database dot insert. Database dot what I am inserting? List of the this one because here I am adding list of the contact. Use we are returning string so that we can pass that value into this JavaScript post message. So string after inserting a record, here use string result message. Let's suppose getting a result message record created successfully and return this one. Now save. Okay. Now save and deploy the code. Refreshing. Failed to deploy. But where a guy? Okay, let us see. Missing semicolon 59, 58 number. 58. Okay. Now let me deploy the code. Yeah, my code has been deployed successfully. So I created a component. I created a Apex class controller. Now work on the JavaScript part. So if you work on the JavaScript part, first let me import the method. What is the name of the method? Create account with contact. Copy and import method. Import, this is the name of the method from Salesforce. Apex, name of the controller. This is the name of the controller. Dot method name. This is the name of the method. Then after inserting a record, I will display toast message. So first I need to import toast message. From Lightning platform. So toast event. Okay. So here, first of all, we will be get all of the input field value. So how to get input field value? Each and every input field, I am passing a function. Function name is handle change. So first of all, I will create a handle change function to get current input field value for each and every input field. This is a handle change function. This handle change function calling each and every input field. So event. So in the last session, you know how to get current input value. So in this session, we will be using another one approach because if you using multiple, let's suppose account name, then phone, then F name, there are multiple we need to create variable. So today I'm learning for advanced level. So this is a wasting of time. If I creating multiple variable, I want if checking a condition, if this one, then adding the value. Why not getting an object and putting all of the value in the one object? So here I'm creating a @track support using form data equal to object. And if using a track, this is a decorator variable. So if using decorator variable, don't forget to add here. Otherwise it display error. Okay. So I declare a object data type. This is a variable. I will add all of the input value inside the object so that I will get value one by one from this object. Not using so many variables because if you inserting only one form, so you can use variable multiple, first name, last name, email. But if you inserting multiple form, multiple input, best approach is create a object and put all of the input value inside the data, inside the object. So how to put the value inside the object? Question is good. So first of all, here I will get all of the input value from this function and putting value inside the data, because this function apply each and every input field. So I will get easily field value. So use this one. If using a decorator variable calling inside the function, first apply this dot name of the variable. Here I will get dynamically. So dynamically how to get? Based on the input field name. Each and every input there is a unique input name. So based on this name I will get the value. How to get? Event dot target dot name equal to event dot target dot value. So this is a object. So it is a represent. It will treat as a key and value in function. So now I'm putting all of the input with value inside this object through the handle change function. Now the important part is how to insert record through one's click of button. So now I'm creating a button function. This is the name of the function submit action. After this handle. So today we learn async and await. How does work async and await? So where you calling the function, let's suppose this is a button. This is a button. This is a button function. So this is a button method. When I creating a method here. So before creating a method, apply async. This one. Async event and async always allow try and catch block. Try and catch. So use try and catch. Catch hold a parameter like error and try will write a logic. So first of all, once click on the button, we will get all of the input value and pass inside this function. So first let me create another one variable inside the try. Inside the try, first I will get object input name and phone from the account. So first I will get this value. So let account. Let's create a variable account object equal to create a variable object. In the account, there are only two input fields, name and phone. So use name and value will pass from object. Here I am assigning. Here I am assigning the value of input field. So I will get the value from this one. This dot object name dot based on this name, because each and every input field it is a unique name. This is account name, this is account phone. So if you getting the value of account name, use this name, comma, copy for the phone. This is a phone and this is a phone name, and remove the comma. So friends, I created an object one by one. I passing the value. This is a field name of the account. This is a value that I am passing. So this is a field name. This is a value. Similarly, this is a field name. This is a value. So first I create for the account. Similarly, I will create another one variable. Phone obj equal to phone obj. This is a list of the contact. This is a list of the contact, not only one contact. Here I am creating three contact in a single button click. So here I will use array, and here use object. First I put as a key as a field name, dot field name. Similarly, I will get the value this dot object name dot field name. So this is first name. This is a contact first. This is a contact first. So I'm putting a value C1 first, C1 last, C1 email. So based on this email, I will get the value for each and every input field. So C1 first, comma, because this is a object. Copy paste. This is a last name. And last name is C1 last, colon last. And this is a email. And email name is C1 email. Remove the comma. So first object for this contact one. Now similarly copy, comma, put comma, and copy for the second one. And name are only different. I am putting C2, C2, C2. And third one is C3, C3. So structure are same, only name will change. C2, C2, C2. And field name we are same. So this is a field name, this is a value. Similarly, copy for third one, C3, C3, C3. Similarly, if you want to create multiple record like 6, 7, 8, 9 record of contact, so process are same. Simply copy and paste and change the name of the input field. And the last one, remove the comma. So before calling method, let me check all of the field getting or not. So how to check? Use console.log. First I want to check account object. Has this is your object. So this is your object. So how to get the value? What I am passing inside the object? Use JSON.stringify. it will display string inside the object. Now copy, paste for the contact object. This is a count object, this is a contact object, this is a cone, cone object. Now let me save and deploy to code. My code deployed successfully. Now refresh. Inspect. Friends, are you getting my function? How I creating?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now I am checking. I am passing one by one input with value inside this object. So now before calling this object into the parameter, let me check what it's working fine or not. So I'm passing console.log for contact and object, contact and account. Now let me put some value. Let's make Vijay. It's display error. Why display error? I think my component not refresh because I already created this error because I pass a function is an every input field. So if you're not creating a function, this type of issue display. So in my component, I already created. So why it's display error? Maybe my component not refresh. Let me one put. Let me clean up this console. Let me put V. Yeah, this time not display error. Hence, I already created the function. This function error for this on change handle. This function I created already. I
Sir,
already
it should be
deployed
event dot target.
TAR. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
Because this error only occurred if you not declare a function. Here I already declare, but this is a spelling mistake. Target, TARGET. Similarly, TARGET is very good. Thank
Correct.
you. Thank you. Thank you. So that my component display error. If I target name, now save and deploy to code. My code deploy successfully. Now this time error not coming. Okay. So first of all, let me clean up console so that I get the newly value. Yeah. So why again and again displaying errors? No, my code is good, not error. This is handle function. I think my data not refreshing. Let me remove the cache and cookie. Refresh. Now clean up the console. Let me put V. Yeah, that term working good. So Vijay, let me put for testing purpose. Vijay, this is a phone number. Contact Mohan, Lal, Mohan at the rate.com. Let me put dummy data. Contact 3, let me put something dummy data for checking purpose. At the rate.com. Now clean up. When click on the button, all of the now all input value will display here. Yeah, you can check. This is the account data, Vijay and phone. This is the contact data. There are three type of record. There are three record created in the contact. This is a for first record. This is for second record. This is one third record. So that means my function working good. So friends, got it the function. So
Yes, sir.
now let me work on the
Apex.
how does it work? Wait, a wait. Okay, copy. So where I use a wait. First, before the declare the function, you need async to add. And where you pass the method, you need to add a wait. Right? Got it? So first I get the value from input field. So now I want to put. So first let me create a variable. This is constant variable results. We can store the value that I am getting from the base class. Then use await, and here await after await. What I am importing method? This is the name of the method that I am importing. So this importing method I am calling here, and here use bracket. Inside this method, I am passing two type of the parameter, account and list of the contact. So this is the account. Account colon account will pass this variable because here this variable store the account input will value, comma, similarly this is list of the contact colon, this is a list of the contact. So there in previous session, after calling the method, you need use then and catch function. Remember then, but in this lesson we're not using dot then because here I already used catch. So here I will use display directly toast message. So I want to display toast message in both of the block try and catch. So if you want to same function reusable purpose, don't create here. Create a create a separate function for toast so that we can use reusable. So this is my submit action function. Below the submit action function, I will create a toast message. This is a for new for you because in the previous session I don't create a function of the toast message. I directly calling inside the block. But here you learn something new. How to create a toast message function and apply reusable purpose. So first here I am creating a toast function. So let's suppose the name of the function. So toast. You can put a name anything. This is my name. This is not a predefined. So toast function, the name of here pass. So if you display the toast message, there are three type of the parameter apply: title, message, and variant. So here create a constant variable. This is a variable. You can put anything. Post message, new, so toast event, create a object, and here will pass all of the variables. We will be displayed dynamically value. So title, colon title, message, colon message, variant. Here I passing dynamically value. This is new learning for you. So I pass dynamically value in post message. So I created a function. After that, this dot dispatch event. This is a variable. This variable I passed inside the toast event, dispatch event here. So this is a parameter. This parameter apply here, and this value I will get dynamically. So now after inserting the record, here I am passing the method. So after inserting a record, I will display toast message. So this is a toast function I will call here. This dot name of the function and pass data. Success, comma, results. Result is coming from here because this method returning as a after inserting a record. Here I am returning a value. This record created successfully. So this data coming in the result. This result will return. So this value I am passing dynamically and success. And in the error, if any kind of error occurs during the inserting record, I will display error message. So I am using same toast message, but data will different error and data will display here error dot body dot message, and this is a error. So that I created a function. So it is a reusable purpose, not creating same to same again and again. Now let me save and deploy to code. Yes, my component deployed successfully. Now waiting for final result. So all file completed, component completed, JavaScript completed, meta XML completed, method apex controller method completed. So now time to check result. So let me put RAM. Let's suppose putting RAM 888 unique number, putting some phone number, first name. Let's putting any kind of number. Let me put a value. like Shyam, Ram Shyam. Shyam, let's support 55, 55 underscore Shyam Lal. A, putting for A, this is record 1 underscore A and email direct page.com. So I am putting a unique name, 888, and this is for contact 1. This is contact 2. I am putting B, this contact C, C, Lal, contact B, C, similarly email. This is A, this is a B, this is a C. So I creating an 3 record for the different name and first name and last name and email and C. Got it, everyone? Why I'm creating 3 record? How I creating 3 record? Why putting different name value?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Rachna, Santosh.
So Rachana facing network issues.
Okay. So Santosh, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So final, I put a value, account name and phone, and there are 3 contact. Once click on the button, the account will create it, and this ID will pass inside the account because here you can see asking the account ID in the contact. So now let me first create. Now let me click on the button. Yes, record created successfully. This message coming. Now let me go on the account and contact. This is my contact. You can see Syam. There are 3 record A B C A B C. If you opening any of the record, let's suppose opening one, there are 3 content automatically created and account name. This is a parent. This is a Ram 88. If you create on the Ram, this is a newly created account. So this is the account. First I created account. If you checking RAM and phone number, this is a phone number. And if you check the related list of the account, you will get all of 3 related contact. This account related 3 contact. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So my function working good. Now let me learn something new. Let me check if I want to check how many record gets fails and how many records get success. So I want to display in the pop-up message. If I creating 3 records, so out of 3 records, what's the record created successfully? What's the record not record created successfully? So how do I track it? So now let me work on this. Because here I work on the bulk record. Let me suppose you inserting a 10 record in one single click, and some record not inserting due to some reason. So how I know this record not inserting? So now let me change something in a class method. So right now I am returning this message. So display on the pop-up in that first message. Now let me comment this. Let me comment this one. Okay. Now I want to display how many record get success, how many record gets fail. Right now, all of record gets created successfully, but I will now let me display in the toast message. So now let me some changes in the method. So this is a database.insert. So this is a or is good. How to track how many result, how many data, how many record created successfully, how many record gets failed. So first of all, we use
What sir? What is?
let me database dot save result. Database dot save result. This is the array type. Results equal to database dot insert. And here I will pass this one because here I am storing the value. And false. This is a standard property. If you track the how many record get success, how many record gets fails, you need to pass. First, you need to database dot insert, then false. Then here I'm using database dot save result. Then apply for loop. This is a list. These are the list, and this variable stored how many record inserted. So how to store? First of all, let me create a integer. Success count equal to 0. Similarly, copy fail count. So success count will store inside this variable, fail count store inside this variable. So if here I will check if this is success. This is a function. If record created successfully, then we'll store here how many records successfully inserted. So it will store in this variable. Otherwise, store in the fail count. Okay. Then it will check how many record get success and how many record get fails in a store inside the variable. Then how to display toast message. I want to display that message inside the toast message. So first of all, I will returning. So create a string variable. Same result message. Equal to I want to display first of all account name plus how I get account name. I want to display inside the toast message. What's account created? This is account. This is inserting account dot name. plus I want to display number of the contact. How many record? Number of contact. So here I'm using separator so that I can identify contact total plus contact total. That means this one. This one inserting.
Success count, right?
Dot size. This one open it. Here I calling. Okay. It will display size, how many contact, then display how many record created successfully. So I want to not a semicolon, use plus. Then use separator for identify person, identify to separator. And success count. Success count plus success storing inside this variable plus similarly copy paste here for failure failed count storing inside this variable. In the last put semicolon and I am storing all of the data inside this string. So return this variable. Okay. Now save and deploy to code. My code deploy successfully. So I changes something on the Apex class controller. Nothing changes inside the JavaScript and HTML. Simply go refresh. Not refresh because I'm not changing in the component and Apex class. Now let me create same. Let me use name. This time I'm using 99 x y. I am giving unique name so that I can identify my record created successfully y and this is one z. When click on the button, toast message will display and inside the toast message, right time I will display this message in the toast message. How many record created, how many record successfully, how many gets fails. It will display. Before I display only record created successfully. Now click. Yeah, you can see account name Ram99. Number of contact is 3. Success count. Actually, all of 3 contact has been completed successfully. Failed count 0. That means if any of the contact record failed, it will display 1. But right now, in my case, all of the contact successfully created. So here displaying success count 3 and contact total. There are 3 contact. So here display total contact and this is the name of the account. Which account I created? This account under created in this all of 3 contacts. So now let me check. Got it? Santosh and
Vivek.
Vivek.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Sir, can you test it for like?
No, yes. Now let me
Maybe.
check the account contact both all of the record created successfully in my database or not. So
Yes,
first let me check account. This time my record created RAM 99, right?
Yes.
And inside the RAM there are three related. All of the three contents should be related. Click on the related. This one X, Y, and Z, right?
Yes, sir.
X.
No, I think
All
YY.
good, sir.
1 minute. Some wrong, huh?
Sir, it's correct. Like you named that way only. You just
1
change.
minute. In the last record, let me check if using A, B, C. Okay. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, you have created YYY on this one. I think so.
Here I'm passing to same, I think. Yeah, Y. So that. But all record created successfully, right now.
Yes.
Okay. So you got this function. Now let me quick review. Quick review.
Sure, sir.
So total task is a very challenging and complicated. This is not for beginner level. This is a advanced level.
Yes.
And component also a advanced level. Someone I know there are multiple developer working multiple years, but they're not able to work on component complex, similar like this component. So this component also not a simple. So this is a component. Here I create two sections. First section for the account detail. Second section for the contact detail. In the account, I created only two input fields. If your requirement in your type project, you can create multiple input fields. Simply copy and leave and paste and change the name and input field. Correct? So in the for learning purpose, I created in the account there are only two input field, and in the contact there are three contact box. So first box represent for the record one, second box represent for the record two, and second and third one represent for the record three. So here I creating three contact and one account, and at the bottom I putting buttons. Once click on the button, first I creating a account and passing the account ID inside the list of the contact, so that once created a contact, our newly list of the contact automatically will link to the account. And to get the current input field of the input to get the current input field value, here I am passing a function handle change. So each and every function passing the same function to get the current input field value. How I get the value? First I create a function handle change and store the input value inside this object. Here
So
I
where
create an
is
object. Yes,
sir 1 minute? Where is this farm data in the HTML?
HTML. Yes,
No, farm data. Farm data.
this is a form data. This is a
Okay.
variable. You can put anything. This is not a predefined.
Okay. Here you are using a handle change event. Event
Yes,
data.
yes.
So this farm
So
data are not even declared in the HTML.
yes. So let me finish the quick overview first.
Yeah.
So first I create an object, and this is a handle change function that I passing into the input field.
Yeah.
So because same function I calling each and every input field, so it will automatically get the input value based on the target name, because each and every input field had unique name. So based on this name, here I am assigning the value inside the object, and
Yeah.
this is a This is a submit action. Submit action, this is a button, this one.
Yes.
In the submit action, here I am using a async and await. So the process how to use async and await in the JavaScript process is same. If using a async before a create a method, use async, and before you calling the Apex class method, use await. This is a process. Repeat once again. If you using a async, before creating a method, apply async, and before calling the method, this is a method that I am importing. This is a method that I am importing here. So before calling the method, put await. Await, that means it will wait until unless all of the record created successfully. It will use async, that means it will work in background. If you are inserting a bulk record through the LWC component, you can use async. It will work in background, and it will fast performance comparison to other.
I think why we are using this async await means,
Yes,
basically here we are inserting account and contacts. After creating the account, we
yes.
are creating the contacts. So
Mhm.
basically, parent and child records were created. So we use
Okay.
it
If
process like asynchronously, but behaves like
pro-
synchronously, right?
process are same, let's
Yeah.
suppose you creating two another one component or to another component. So this in the parent component you put the account, and child component you put all of the contact, and here you call the child component. And how to pass the data from parent to child, in the last session I teach, we use @API function. So we use the @API function, we will be pass the data from parent to child.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so process are same, similar are same, but you need to if your live project requirement, create a separate file for the child, for the contact you can create and call him. Okay, now let me go. So first in the submit function, yeah, this is a await. Await, that means you are calling the method, and in the method there are two type of the parameter apply. So here I pass two parameter, and one by one I calling this object that I getting from the object here. So
Yes.
this is a account and this is the object. We already know how to pass data using the console.log. We already check. So this console.log will display all of the value that I passing from the input field. And after that, this is a catch block. Say if you using a async allow to apply try and catch. If you not using async, it will not allow. So this is a best part for async. We can control the error. So this is a part of the catch, and this is a toast message. Toast message I create a separate function to reusable purpose. Otherwise, both of the all of the variables or parameters we need to put both places. Now here I am creating a function and using a same function in both places for the success and for the error. Now this is a part of the JavaScript. Now go to the Apex class controller. So this is the name of the first starting from aura enable, because it is a imperative method. If you're using a byte decorator, you should add a cacheable equal to true. But here I am calling method once click on the button. That is a imperative method. So this is the name of the method. Here passing the two type of parameter. And similarly, this is a structure try and catch. So catch, this is a catch part. So storing
Yes.
the error. This catch part is similar for all of the method. And here first I am inserting a record of account. Then this is a list of the contact, and this account ID, that is a lookup of the contact, so that I am linking to the newly recorded contact to the account. And here I created a list of the contact. I'm adding all of the contact inside this list of the contact. And here I am using database.save result. It's a type of list type. So if you want to check how many data record successfully or not, how many record fails, so you use an array so that I can use a for loop. And here I'm storing the success count and failure count in this variable. And that means plus plus, that means if one record created successfully, it will 1. If two record created successfully, it will automatically put 2. So it will increase the count. It will increase the success count, it will increase the failure count. And here I am returning a value as a string. Account name in the post message at first I'm displaying account name so that I can identify this list of contact created below this account. So this is a account name displaying, this is a number of the contact displaying, and this is a displaying success count and failure count. That's it. This is a total part.
So can you show me once JavaScript?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Okay then. Okay, fine. Sure, sir. Okay, fine. I mean, where you have written a message here. I mean, post
Message. Okay. Actually,
Okay.
this
Results.
FSS method, I am returning this string. So
Yes.
string returning this result. This result,
Yes, got it.
actually this one.
Yeah, got it.
This result returning.
Fine, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Vivek, you got the scenario.
Yes, sir.
So now time to feedback. So starting from
yes, sir.
Santosh.
Yeah, it's excellent.
Open your
Sir,
camera,
today's session
please.
was. No, sir, I can't now. I mean, sorry, sir. Sorry to
Okay, fine,
open the
fine.
cam.
So how was today's session? What you learned?
I learned. I mean, when we want to use async await, when we perform multiple in sessions, one after the another record or
So what
another
you
object,
learned? Yes.
how to use async and await and complex operations, how we can handle using this.
Okay. So you learned so many things, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now go to Vivek. Hi Vivek, can you open your camera, please?
Yes, sir. Yeah, hi, sir.
So how was the today's session and what you learned?
So today's session was very much interesting. I mean, even though it looks like a simple component like creation of an account and 3 related contacts,
Mm-hmm.
but in that you added advanced level like async and await, and in like that the thing database dot insert and count of the failure and the success record. So that
Yes.
is something like new and advanced. So that's
Okay.
the advantage. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you. So you learned so many things in today's
Right,
class.
sir.
Okay. So friends, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining once again.
Thank you, sir. Sir, if I'll face any difficulty, I'll ask you.
Yeah, sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.